Hello everyone. Let's create an ADO.NET application using dynamic link libraries and stored procedure. Let's create a new project. Let's give the name for the project, database connectivity app. Now before that, let's create a table. So in tools, just connect to the database. /SQL Express and connect to the database, let's say master. Test connection succeeded. Okay, you'll see in Server Explorer the master database is available now. Now let's create a table here. Add new table, employee ID numeric, and employee name, let's take it as varchar. Let's get this as a primary key. Save this. The table name employee. Let's close it. Now for that we need to create for insertion of a record using stored procedures, we need to create a stored procedure also. So let's create a stored procedure. Right click, add new stored procedure. Let's give the name for the procedure as insert employee. Let's give the parameter @ emp ID, its data type is numeric. Let's give size 10, @ emp name, and varchar 50, and here we need to write the insert query. So insert into employee values parameters. Okay, just save this. So you'll see the procedure is saved now. Now next step is in the default.aspx page, let's design a page. For the employee details. Here we need to take the standard text box from the toolbox. Change its ID, txt emp ID. Now I need to add one more row. So let's give the name employee name here and txt emp name. Just format it properly. Okay, so next step is we need to create the one more row where I need to take the submit button. Let's take a submit button. So btn submit will be the its ID, and let's say give the name as a save. So somewhere on line number 10, if not given the closing of tr. So format it properly now. So added one submodal, give the call speed equals to 2. Alignment is equals to center. Let's add one text box, or let's add one label control over here, so that to display the message. Let's give its forecolor is equals to red. So this is my form. Now we'll have to create one DLL file. Before that, let's create one new project here. Add new project. Now we need to add one class library. So for that we require Windows there class library. Let's add one employee DLL. This is the name of my DLL project. Let's change its name. Change the class name to, let's say, employee class. In that employee DLL, I'll add one more class. Let's say my class name would be connection class. Let's give this as public. Now I need to connect to the database, so we require some namespaces. So system.data.sql client. Now I'll define some variables. SQL connection, define some objects rather, I would say. Then I'll define one method. It will be common method for connection, establishing the connection. Now initialize that object. Now if you want a connection string, just right click here to the connection, select the property, you will see a connection string, and just copy that connection string, and here you need to just give one more slash. So this is my connection class. Now in employee.cs file, I need to add the functionalities. So again, import the packages, or you can say the namespaces. Now I require a skill command object, and I require connections class object. I'll add one functionality for insertion. Let's give the name for the function as insert employee. And for that we require two parameters. Let's say int empid, and let's give the a name as the second parameter. I'll add one try catch block so that any runtime exception gets caught into it. As return statement, let's say saved successfully, and here I'll add return ex.message.toString. Now I'll add the code. Now establishing a connection, call the get connection method of connection class, then initialize command object. Here I need to give the name of a procedure, that was insert emp, and the connection object as a parameter. Then to recognize the statement is for stored procedure, I need to add one statement called as cmd.command type equals to command type dot stored procedure. Now next step is we need to add the parameters for the procedure. So cmd dot parameters dot add, just give the name of parameters of the procedure, emp id, and type, its type was int, dot value equals to, what was the parameter, it was employee id. Now similarly I need to pass the second parameter, that was employee name, but its data type was in the database and varchar. emp equals parameter is employee name. Now once this process has been done, we need to open the connection, so we require obj.con.open. Next step is cmd dot execute that query and obj.con.close the connection. This is done, your method is ready, insertion method is ready. Now come to the default.aspx page again. Before that I need to build this DLL. Next step is now to give the reference of that DLL into my application. So just give add reference, it's already there, just click on OK. Reference added in your web application. Now just come to the design page of your default.aspx. Just double click on the save button. Here you need to just import your DLL, or you can say use that DLL. So employee DLL, I need to create the object of my employee class. Now here I'm just calling that method insert with two parameters. The first parameter was integer, so I need to convert that text box value into an integer. So txt employee id dot text, this is my first parameter, and second parameter is txt employee name dot text. So this is how I'm inserting the records into the database. Let's execute this page. So let's insert an employee ID 101. Let's save it. You'll see the record inserted. If you want, you can see the record in my employee table. So it is inserted successfully. Thank you.